What's up, Power Rangers fans? It's John of Video Games and the World, and this video is a celebration for 500 subs. Hopefully, I can make something that can get me a career as a YouTuber and content creator. Though I may not be as influential and as great as many others, I don't quit. Because in my family, I was taught to not quit, even if the outcome looks bleak. I don't try to be like other YouTubers because I am me. That's important. Be yourself. But enough of this emotional moment, we have to get on. So I was planning to talk about this weeks ago, but due to being so busy with life, loss of a family member, and also getting ready for my trip to Orlando and visit the family on Thanksgiving, I couldn't do it. But now I am free to make this video as a 500 subscriber special. This is a talk on why the legendary battle in Power Rangers was not so successful, but some people loved it. Enjoy. The Power Rangers first premiered in 1993 as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and since then, it has become a worldwide phenomenon in the history of television. Power Rangers is an adaptation of the long-running tokusatsu series, Super Sentai. This series, after the Mighty Morphin / Zordon era, which ended with Power Rangers in Space, would continue with standalone stories that had crossovers and even anniversary specials such as True Blue to the Rescue, Always a Chance, Forever Red, Once a Ranger, The Legendary Battle, Dimensions in Danger, Once and Always, etc. Not to forget that they had crossovers with Mask Rider and even the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the latter being based on Next Mutation series, which only lasted one season due to lack of popularity and viewership. This series was so popular that it spawned toys, comic books, video games, and 3 live-action films. Even a lot of fan films were inspired as well. Some shows like RPM and Dino Charge would take place in different universes from the main one. And the Boom Comics universe is also very popular, with stories such as the World of the Coinless story arc, the Promethea story arc, the Shattered Grid story arc, the Death Ranger story arc, and so many more. Power Rangers taught many life lessons with various episodes such as the value of teamwork, helping others, being eco-friendly, being a friend and not a bully, the value of being yourself, facing challenges together, courage, and believing in yourself. Other key lessons include overcoming your own personal challenges, standing up for what's right, and the importance of diversity and inclusion. Some seasons of Power Rangers were loved, others not so much. And some anniversary specials were beloved, but some not so much as well. And one of those that were not so loved was the Legendary Battle, which is a topic that we are focusing on. It all begins with Power Rangers Megaforce, the 22nd season of the series, which was adapted from Tensu Sentai Gozaiger. When Power Rangers Megaforce premiered in 2013, people had such high hopes for the 20th anniversary special when it was teased in the first episode of the series. The story began with a new kid in school, Troy Burrows, dreaming about an army of Power Rangers fighting against an unspecified evil army that arrived to Earth for one purpose: invasion. On that same day, he and fellow classmates Noah Carver, Jake Holling, Gia Moran, and Emma Goodall were chosen by an ancient wizard named Gozay, an old apprentice of Zordon, to become the Power Rangers Megaforce and fight to defend planet Earth against the forces of evil. The story of Megaforce will continue in 2014 when Power Rangers Super Megaforce premiered. The Super Megaforce powers were based on pirates and were adapted from the Super Sentai series, Kaisoku Sentai Gokaiger. In this show, the Rangers would unlock the powers of past Rangers, and some familiar faces would help them in their fight and mentor the young heroes as well. At the end of the series, the Emperor Mavro launches a final full-scale assault on Earth, and that is where the legendary battle begins. Familiar faces come to join the Megaforce Rangers against the Armada and rescue civilians as well, such as Tommy Oliver, TJ Johnson, Carter Grayson, Dana Mitchell, Leo Corbett, and so many more. Although the legendary battle attracted many viewers, the expectations of fans, both old and new, were not so high, while some believed that it was good. While a lot of old fans were happy to see that every team of Power Rangers in history were going to fight against a massive army of invaders, expectations were very low due to how the story was told. There were some things about Super Megaforce that I liked, but most times it felt that it was lacking character development, and also what bothered me is that the music themes of past seasons were not played when they morphed into legendary modes like SPD, Turbo, Wild Force, Lost Galaxy, Jungle Fury, Dino Thunder, Mighty Morphin, RPM, etc. I'm sure that many people who were watching this season felt the same as well. I will also never forget my reaction to seeing them unleash the powers from Dai Ranger and Pre-Zoo Ranger Sentai warriors. Some people found it interesting, others thought it was unnecessary since they were never adapted in the States. However, I remember that the late Stan Lee sought to adapt Sun Vulcan, but it never happened. Imagine if Marvel adapted Super Sentai, it would have been so cool. And ironically, before it owned Marvel and Star Wars, Disney owned Power Rangers from Wild Force to RPM. But now, let's talk about the Legendary Battle. The Legendary Battle was the most anticipated anniversary special of Power Rangers. Many fans, old and new, were waiting for that day when that episode was released. However, once that episode was released, a lot of people hated it. The reason why this anniversary special failed is due to lack of a good story, poor execution of character growth and development, rushed feeling, and it was more focused on a new team rather than showing the old heroes. Although characters like Jaden Shiba and Casey Rhodes appeared, more characters in episodes that paid tribute to past seasons should have at least appeared, and they were all reduced to minor roles, unfortunately. What's also bothersome about it is that the story was, as said, too rushed, too short, and it was poorly executed not only in story but also character growth and development. What the writers should have done is follow the example of Go Kiger, because every episode of that show paid tribute to past Super Sentai seasons, had legendary Sentai warriors, and mentored the young heroes as well. Not to forget that it seemed to be more focused on Gozaiger in terms of some episodes of Super Megaforce. The Legendary Battle had an extended edition combining episodes 19 and 20. This contained 43% new footage, some of it effectively extending certain scenes and adding other scenes, and retconning certain events that happened in the aforementioned episodes. But even though it seemed quite an improvement over the last two original airings, it still wasn't good enough. What they should have done is turn Emperor Mavro into the form of Black Cross King, as seen in Super Sentai 199 Great Battle, and have all the Megasorts of past seasons fight against it and resurrecting past villains like Master Xandred, Vengeance, Sculpin, Vrock, Vakar, and so on. What they also should have done is a fight scene where things seem impossible that they were about to be defeated until the old Rangers show up and motivate them to stand up and fight for their planet, as they have been chosen not only for their goodness, but also their ability of teamwork, self-discovery, overcoming personal struggles, and so on. I would say that if Nickelodeon didn't do a 2-season split of Megaforce like they did with Samurai, it would have been better. Super Megaforce should have been a standalone show that doesn't follow Megaforce, and that way, it could have been so much better. And now that I look back at this, in the end, it wouldn't make a difference since the writer screwed this up. The Legendary Battle could have been a lot better, to be honest. Though it was good to see some old faces from the past, they could have included more powers from past seasons like Time Force, Lightspeed Rescue, Mystic Force, Operation Overdrive, even though the season was terrible. The problem with Super Megaforce is that there was not enough tributes to past shows since they heavily focused more on Gozaiger rather than Go Kiger. I could imagine an alternate universe where Super Megaforce was its own season and not a continuation of Megaforce, and the Legendary Battle was done right and so epic. But in the end, it is what it is. I would rather watch Forever Red, Once a Ranger, Dimensions in Danger, and Once and Always than the so-called Legendary Battle, to be honest. At least, they were a lot better than what I saw. Hell, a story I consider a true Legendary Battle, even if it's not part of the main universe canon? Shattered Grid. And finally, to close this, although the seasons of Power Rangers Samurai, Super Samurai, Megaforce, and Super Megaforce were at their lowest, at least the series did quite the 180 turn with Dino Charge, Ninja Steel, Beast Morphers, Dino Fury, and Cosmic Fury. Not to forget that I wish that the 2017 movie had the planned sequels before Hasbro took over. The Legendary Battle is a true example on how not to do a Power Rangers Anniversary Special. In my own channel, link in the description, I feel that I was too lenient on reviewing the show due to nostalgic reasons. My final score for the Legendary Battle is a 3 out of 10, which means that's what it means right there. And that's it, everybody. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share with everyone you know. This is China Video Games and the World signing off. Have a good one. Bye-bye.